Ever dream of setting your money on fire? But in a good way. Financial independence, retire early, FIRE for short, is all about making your money work for you so you can do, well, this. But let's face it, you need more than just wishing on a pile of cash to reach FIRE. So, what's the secret sauce? Well, it's no magic trick, but we're about to break down the best investments that could turn your FIRE dream into a reality. Stocks, real estate, and maybe a little sprinkle of something extra. Let's jump in and find out what's hot. So, you've heard about FIRE, financial independence, retire early. But maybe you're wondering, is this actually possible? Well, if you're tired of feeling like your bank account is always playing catch-up, you're not alone. But don't worry, there's good news. With the right investments, FIRE could be within your reach. Today, we're diving into the best FIRE investments. These are the tools that can help you grow your wealth, so you can step off the hamster wheel and onto that beach you've been dreaming about. Now, let's clear something up. There's no magic formula to FIRE, but the right mix of smart investments can set you up for success. Stocks, real estate, bonds, you've probably heard of them, but which one is the best for you? It's a lot to take in, right? But don't worry, we've got you covered. But hey, I'm curious. What's your take? Do you think stocks or real estate are the key to FIRE? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get started and explore the best investment options that can help you achieve financial independence and retire early without burning a hole in your pocket. Stocks. You've probably heard that they can make you rich, but also make you sweat a little. Or maybe a lot, if you've ever seen a red market day. But hey, if you're aiming for FIRE, stocks might just be your best friend. Let's take a deep breath and break it down. Stocks are a way to own a small part of a company. When that company does well, so do you, hopefully. And when it struggles, well, let's just say it's time to stay calm and carry on. Why stocks? Well, historically, they've been one of the highest returning assets over the long term. The stock market has delivered an average annual return of about 7% after inflation. That's huge. Over decades, that can really add up. So if you want to build wealth for FIRE, stocks are one of the most popular choices. But let's get a little more specific. There are different types of stocks to consider. First, up-growth stocks. These are the rock stars of the stock market. They have the potential to grow fast, which means high returns. Think of companies like Amazon or Tesla, names that skyrocket in value. But remember, with high growth comes high risk. The value can go up and down, sometimes in a heartbeat. So if you don't have the stomach for roller coaster rides, you might want to consider dividend stocks instead. These stocks pay you regular cash, just for owning them. It's like getting a paycheck without having to show up for work. Pretty sweet, right? Dividend stocks are typically more stable and provide consistent income, which is great for FIRE seekers who want to live off the income rather than selling off their investments. Plus, they can be a great way to reinvest and let your wealth grow even faster. And here's where it gets even cooler. Reinvesting your dividends. When you take those payouts and put them back into more stocks, you're harnessing the power of compounding. It's like planting a tree, and instead of just growing a single branch, it sprouts a whole forest over time. But here's a question for you. What's your strategy for stock investing? Are you a growth stock risk taker, or do you prefer the steady income from dividends? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. Ultimately, stocks are a great tool in your FIRE toolbox. They can help grow your wealth faster than many other options, but they come with risk. The trick is to pick the right stocks that align with your risk tolerance and FIRE goals. Stay diversified and stay patient. Real estate. It's more than just a place to live. It's one of the oldest and most reliable ways to build wealth. And if you're aiming for FIRE, real estate can be your secret weapon. Why real estate, you ask? Well, it's one of those investments where you get the best of both worlds, long-term appreciation and the potential for steady passive income. Plus, it's an asset that you can literally touch and see, no staring at charts all day. There are a few ways to get into real estate, but the most popular option for FIRE seekers is rental properties. Think of it as having a steady paycheck, but instead of working a 9 to 5, you're getting paid just for owning a property. Sounds like a dream, right? With rental properties, you can generate monthly income from tenants who pay rent, and over time, your property could also appreciate in value, making you money when you sell it. It's like having a money-making machine that you don't have to constantly babysit. Of course, there's a bit of work involved, like finding tenants, handling maintenance, and sometimes dealing with the occasional, shall we say, quirky renter. Let's be real. Being a landlord isn't all sunshine and rainbows. There's definitely some hands-on work involved. But if you set up your rental properties the right way, you can have a smooth, steady stream of income that helps fund your FIRE journey. Now, what if being a landlord sounds like a bit too much work? Enter real estate investment trusts, or REITs. These are companies that own and manage real estate properties, and they let you invest in them just like stocks. It's an easy way to get exposure to real estate without actually having to buy property yourself. REITs are great for FIRE seekers who want passive income from real estate, but without the headaches of being a landlord. You can invest in commercial properties, residential buildings, and even warehouses, all while sitting comfortably at home. But real estate isn't just about collecting rent. It's also about long-term appreciation. Over time, real estate tends to increase in value, which can really boost your wealth. The key is choosing the right location. As they say in real estate, location, location, location. So when investing in property, make sure you're looking at areas that are on the up and up, places where people want to live or businesses want to set up shop. It's all about timing and research. So, how do you feel about real estate for FIRE? Do you think you'd rather own property and collect rent, or would you prefer the passive approach with REITs? Let us know what you think in the comments below. We're curious to hear your thoughts. Stocks, real estate, check. But what if you're looking for something a little more outside the box? Welcome to the world of alternative investments. They might sound fancy, but they can be a game changer on your path to FIRE. Alternative investments are just that, alternatives to the typical stuff like stocks and real estate. They include things like bonds, precious metals, cryptocurrencies, and even things like collectibles. So why would you consider them for FIRE? Well, let's break it down. First up, precious metals. Think gold, silver, platinum. These shiny treasures have been a store of value for centuries. When inflation is rising or the stock market is volatile, metals like gold tend to hold their value. It's like putting your money in a vault, but with a little sparkle. Gold is particularly popular because it tends to move in the opposite direction of the stock market. So when stocks are falling, gold could be going up. It's a nice hedge against market swings, and that can be super helpful when you're building a diversified FIRE portfolio. Next, let's talk about cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. Okay, maybe not Dogecoin, but you get the idea. Cryptos are an exciting and risky alternative that can yield big rewards. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't crypto super volatile and risky? Yes, it is. But that's also what makes it appealing to some investors. Huge upside potential, if you're willing to accept the roller coaster ride. Crypto has the potential to deliver massive returns, but with great reward comes great risk. If you decide to venture into the crypto space, it's important to invest only what you're comfortable losing. Okay, how about something a little less flashy? Peer-to-peer lending, or P2P lending, lets you lend money directly to individuals or businesses. In return, you get interest on your investment. Think of it as being your own little bank. Many FIRE seekers like P2P lending because of the steady cash flow it can offer. The returns are typically higher than traditional savings accounts or bonds, but it comes with some risk. You're lending money to people who might not have the best credit, so you could face defaults. And let's not forget collectibles. Things like vintage cars, comic books, or even sports memorabilia. They might seem like fun hobbies, but some collectibles have increased in value dramatically over time. Who knew your childhood collection of comic books could fund your retirement? Of course, these investments can be a bit more niche and unpredictable, but for those who are passionate about them, they can be a way to diversify and potentially grow wealth over time. So how do you feel about alternative investments in your FIRE strategy? Are you ready to venture into crypto or add some shiny gold to your portfolio? Or are collectibles more your style? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take. Alright, let's talk about one of the most important concepts when it comes to investing: diversification. Sounds fancy, right? But it's really just a smart way to spread your investments around so that no single one will sink your entire FIRE plan. Think of it like this. If you put all your eggs in one basket and that basket drops, well, you get the idea. But if you have a bunch of baskets and one falls, you're still safe. Diversifying your investments works the same way. When it comes to building a diversified portfolio, you'll want a mix of different types of assets: stocks, bonds, real estate, alternative investments. You don't want all your money tied up in just one thing. Here's the deal. Stocks are great for growth, real estate offers steady income, and bonds are a safer, more stable investment. But by combining these, you reduce risk and increase your chances of success over time. Think of it as the old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let's break it down a bit more. In your diversified portfolio, you'll want to balance between high-risk, high-reward investments like stocks and more stable, income-producing investments like real estate or bonds. Stocks are awesome for long-term growth. The value can rise dramatically, especially if you're in the right sectors or have a bit of luck. But stocks also come with higher volatility. That means they can drop just as quickly as they rise. But don't panic. In the long run, the stock market tends to bounce back. Real estate, on the other hand, can offer more stability. It gives you the chance for consistent passive income through rent, and over time, your property value might appreciate. Real estate is a great way to generate cash flow for FIRE, but it does come with its own set of risks, like maintenance costs and dealing with tenants. Bonds are the safe bet in your portfolio. They're lower risk compared to stocks and real estate, providing steady interest payments, but because they're more stable, the returns can be a little lower. They're great for balancing out the more volatile parts of your portfolio. And don't forget those alternative investments. Adding things like crypto, gold, or peer-to-peer lending can give your portfolio some extra diversity. These assets might be riskier, but they can provide high returns if you're willing to take the plunge. The key is to find the right mix that works for you, one that balances risk with reward, so you don't have to lose sleep over your investments. And remember, a diversified portfolio isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal. You'll want to review and adjust it over time as your needs and goals change. So how's your portfolio looking? Are you feeling like you have the right mix, or are you maybe a bit too focused on one asset? Let us know in the comments below what your FIRE portfolio looks like. So let's wrap this up. We've covered the essentials for building a solid FIRE strategy: stocks, real estate, alternative investments, and the power of diversification. By combining these different investments, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Stocks give you the chance for growth, real estate can provide steady income, and alternative investments like gold or crypto offer that extra boost to your portfolio. And let's not forget the magic of diversification, spreading your risks so you're not relying on just one investment to carry the weight. Remember, the key to FIRE isn't about finding that one secret investment that will make you rich overnight. It's about building a portfolio that grows steadily over time, with a mix of assets that balance risk and reward. The goal is to create financial independence so you can live life on your terms. So how are you feeling about your FIRE strategy now? Are you thinking about shaking things up with some real estate, or maybe adding some alternative investments to the mix? Maybe you've got a bit of diversification magic up your sleeve already. One last thing to remember: don't be afraid to adjust your strategy as your goals and life circumstances evolve. Your FIRE plan is a journey, not a race. So what's the next step in your FIRE journey? We'd love to hear how you're thinking about investing for financial independence. Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. So, let's recap the best investments for your FIRE journey, shall we? First up, stocks. These are your go-to for growth. They can be volatile, but they tend to deliver big rewards in the long run. Remember to diversify though. Don't just stick to tech stocks unless you want to ride the roller coaster all day. Next, real estate. Rental properties can provide a steady stream of passive income. Who doesn't love the idea of making money while you sleep? Just be prepared for some tenant drama too. Then there are alternative investments, cryptos, gold, collectibles. These can add a little spice to your portfolio. But remember, they come with risk, so don't go putting all your savings into a crypto moonshot just yet. By combining stocks, real estate, and alternative investments, you're building a diversified portfolio. And that, my friend, is the secret to a smooth path toward FIRE. So you're feeling pumped about your FIRE strategy now, right? You've got the stocks, real estate, and alternative investments all lined up. But before you go off and start building your financial empire, we've got one little favor to ask. Hit that like button. It helps us keep bringing you the best FIRE investment tips and strategies. Plus, we all know you'll want to come back for more, so why not subscribe and join the XTRM Finance family? Got thoughts, questions, or tips of your own? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear how you're mixing up your FIRE portfolio. Stocks, real estate, or maybe even something more creative like gold bars or NFTs. And don't forget to share this with your friends who are also on their FIRE journey. Let's all get financially free together. While you're at it, why not check out one of our other videos on building passive income streams or the top investment strategies? Just click on the recommended video right here. Remember, the FIRE path is a lot more fun when you're in it together. See you in the next video.